Hey, how you doing out there in YouTube land? This Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Got an eBay purchase. It's coming from the S&S warehouse. eBay purchase. Let's get to it. Open it up today. It's going to be my 391BK. Decided to give the my clever girl break, the day off. 391BK went to work with me today. All right. It's a Benchmade 417BK. The black Benchmade 417 Fact. I purchased it for 130 bucks on eBay. Here we go. Okay. There's a little information here. Now to care for your blade. Documentation and information. It's a black class. Black class. Nice little pouch. Got a great deal on this one. Centers perfectly. Smooth. It's a sweet little blade. Even though it's a 4-inch blade, it feels like a small knife. The blade, well, let's read some specs on it before we go any further. Got the specs over here. From Benchmade, this is from the Benchmade website. Designer Benchmade, mechanism access, action manual opening, blade steel CPM S30V, rock rail hardness 58 to 60, blade length 3.95 inches, 4 inches basically, 10.03 centimeters, blade thickness 0.110 of an inch, or 2.794 millimeters. Open lip 8.72 inches or 22.15 centimeters. Closed lip 4.77 inches or 12.12 centimeters. Handle thickness 0.48 of an inch or 12.192 millimeters. Weight 3.24 ounces. Or 91.85 grams. Blade edge plain, blade finish or color coated, blade steel, we already went through that. Blade style or shape, spear point, clip type, deep carry, clip position, tip up, glass breaker, no, handle material, black anodized 61 T6 billet aluminum. Lanyard hole, no. Moly compatible, no. Use everyday tactical. blade style, plain, spear point. Blade finish, black blade steel, CPM S30V, black anodized 6061 T6 billet aluminum, black. Absolutely sweet. Brand new. I've been wanting to get one of these for a while just to check it out, but I've held off on it because they're real expensive. It's got stainless steel liners. The handle scales are the 6061 aluminum. It's got an open back, the barrel spacers. That's a truly deep carry pocket clip. The screw heads are a little bit exposed, but not too bad. It's nice. Very nice. Definitely becomes part of my collection. It's compared to my favorite Benchmade Stiletto, the 391BK. .391, as you can see, is bigger. I'm lining up the pivots here so you get a good idea of the blade length. This one I think has a 4.5 inch blade. This is basically a 4-inch blade. This one's D2, this one's S30V. The handle on this, on the 391 is bigger also. I've gotten used to this one. This one is probably just going to be a collector. I just wanted to get one to collect. Because I do like my stilettos, and this is a Benchmade, I would call this a Benchmade stiletto. A true 9-inch Benchmade stiletto. It's almost 9 inches anyway. Functions perfectly. I can tell this is a new Benchmade because it doesn't just drop. This one's not a new Benchmade. This one's been carried a bunch. This is when I broke the Omega spring on and I had to replace the Omega spring. But watch this one drop. At first it wouldn't do this. This is what they look like after they get broken in. This one has no blade play up and down. Just a slight little blade play side to side. But no up and down blade play. And the side to side blade play you could adjust out of it if you want to. This one has the phosphor bronze washers. And the phosphor bronze washers that Benchmade uses actually work really well. It's just like, to me, it's just like a bearing system, like a IKBS bearing system that Flavio Akuma makes for the Clever Girls and everybody else is using on their knives. But this one's brand new. It's centered perfectly. Nice and lightweight. This is more like a gentleman's folder to me. Even though it's done in tactical black and all that. You can get these in the satin finish too. On the Benchmade site, this goes for $230. $100 more than I paid for it. You could usually get them on eBay and different other sites, like in between $150 and $180. But this was the last one that this seller had that he was selling, and he took an offer on it. He actually wanted 155, I think it was, for it, and I offered him 130, and he went for it. It's a sweet little blade. Thin blade stock though, like a 2.8 millimeter blade stock. This one has a 3.1 millimeter. Not a whole lot thicker, but it is thicker. Absolutely love this one. This is one of my favorite Benchmades ever. This one's sweet too though. Feels good in the hand. Let's see how sharp it is. Yeah. Sharp all the way to the tip. Just like I would expect. Starting back here from the choil, all the way to the tip. Very sharp. It's a sweet little knife. I highly recommend this one for people who want a really lightweight little stiletto. And it's American made. Made in the USA. Nice quality blade. And I'm sure after it gets broken in or you lube it up a little bit, it's going to work awesomely. This one has Militech 1 grease on the... It's been taken apart, and I lubed up the Mega Springs with Militech 1 grease, hoping that'll make the Mega Springs last longer. Because this is one I actually use all the time. This is a collector, so I'll leave it the way it came to me. I won't take it apart or mess with it. But this one I use, so I did all my little tricks to it that I do in order to make them function the way I like them to function. And that could easily be done to this one too. Take it apart and put some grease on the phosphor bronze washers and adjust it to the way I want it to be. I absolutely love this one. The BK, I've carried, for about 6 months straight I carried this one. This was like the only knife I carried for about 6 months. Absolutely love it. This is a really lightweight knife, and you forget about that's in your pocket. And this one's even lighter. And this one has a nice deep carry too. And you don't have the glass breaker on the back, which is I like. I like the open back with the barrel spacers. Aluminum scales feel good too. And S30V, you don't have to worry about that rusting. It's a great steel for a pocket knife. S30, S35, they're all great steels for pocket knives. I've never had any problems with either one of them. And that's a nice deep carry pocket clip too. This one would conceal very nicely. This would make a great gentleman's folder. I know this is part of the black class and the tactical Benchmades. It's actually a sweet little knife. This would be good for opening up your letters and things like that, your everyday cutting chores. Plus it'd make a cool little self-defense weapon. I like it. It's definitely a stiletto. I would definitely call this a stiletto. The blade is a stiletto blade, in my opinion. Sweet little knife. Feels like a little knife though. It doesn't feel like it's almost 9 inches long. It feels like a small knife. Maybe it's because of the weight or something. I'm used to a little bit heavier knives. Whereas this one feels like a bigger knife. This one feels like a full-size knife to me. This is stiletto too. I would call this a tactical stiletto. The access lock on this works perfectly. Works perfectly. I played with it so much that I broke one of the springs in it. That works perfectly. Excellent blades. I just want to put that out there for you guys. Hope everybody's doing okay out there. Here it's starting to get a little bit cold. It was all wet and cold today. Rainy. It was raining a little bit on my way to work. I work in another town that's close to my town, so I have to get on the freeway and drive for about half an hour each way. And I had to drive in the rain today. Absolutely love it. It's a sweet little blade. I think I like this one more though. This would be the one I would carry. But this one's nice too though. For people, especially for people who like smaller blades but want a stiletto type blade, this is perfect. This one's a little bit more my style. That's about all I got for that. It's just a little short video. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Stiletto tuning out. Wild Wild West. Peace.